And I think that's why they make the change, or they're making the changes. One of my opinions is that so they give more time for people to assimilate and be more integrated into the communities, into the Portuguese culture, into the language, right? And I think it's only fair. But if you could do all this in a year, then you should be granted citizenship, right? So it's
Well,
not.
yeah, and that's one of the things notably that isn't gonna be grandfathered. People who started their processes before the law change, I don't think will
I
be.
doubt that. I doubt that,
Yeah.
Carl. I severely doubt that,
I
only
I've
because
got a very radical idea for citizenship. I think local people should decide. Your local freguesia. Why not have your local council of elders and locals deciding how well you've integrated
good
into the
point.
scene?
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because that's where you live.
But that would be illegal. That would be unconstitutional too. Everything's unconstitutional. That's sort of the way I say it. But it would
Doesn't
be.
make it doesn't make it less of a good idea, though, does
But
it?
it's a great idea, Carl. But
Yes,
that's a great idea because those are the people that you live around with. Do they want
exactly.
you as citizens there? Do they want you
Yes,
as
yes,
residents? And
yeah, yeah.
you brought up a good point yesterday that people after 5 years they can opt to becoming a permanent resident for 10 years. So
Mm,
5 years they're on temporary resident. The D7 visa is a temporary residence. I think the distinction has to be made between visas and residency and citizenships. Those are three
yeah,
things altogether. After 5 years of you being a temporary resident, you can request permanent residency in Portugal, and that's valid for 10 years. That's always been a fact.
yeah,
Because there's countries like India. Once you give up the Indian passport, well, you will not want to give up an Indian passport. Why? For anybody living here, an Indian, it's too darn expensive. High net worth individuals, they would make it, the president, they will make it very hard to think about, like, I'm going to be losing probably 50% of my wealth because of the tax. Okay, so
mm,
they're not going to give up their citizenship in India, but they will want 10-year citizenship residency. And then for 10 years, within those five, you have 5 years of temporary, another 5 years within the 10-year period. That's 10 years already. After 10 years, that's what the law is going to change. Well, they're thinking seven for Angola,
Ethiopia,
the
yeah,
Portuguese speaking countries, right? And so,
yes.
so there's a distinction that people can apply for permanent residency. And sometimes we're worried about citizenship. Shouldn't you be worried more about the country that you're living in, how the quality of life that you're getting, and how lower you're paying for certain things, and the safety? And that will never go out of style for Portugal, Carl. Never, never. I don't see that. When it
Well,
does, I'm out of here. I'll be the first to tell you, listen, goodbye, Portugal. I'm going to. Oh, by the way, I won't be here December 2nd. Where I'm going.